Hi folks, it's just Amy and I want to do a little introduction into desktop publishing and what you can expect next and how to proceed. So with desktop publishing, you're going to be using both Publisher and InDesign to complete these assignments, and desktop publishing is all just about layout. So you will be able to create calendars, business cards, invitations, tickets, you name it. It's all about the layout and the design and making sure that it's a cohesive piece for people to follow, and that there's not too much confusion within it with regards to too much information, with regards to too many fonts, too many color choices. We want to make sure that we're giving our audience what they need in a simplistic way to understand the message. So my rule of thumb is to always keep it simple. I think of IKEA directions as inspiration. I think of how Google approaches things, and that's how I would really think about those types of designs. So with that being said, just to get a little bit of the layout of the land, you're going to begin the course here, typically in the announcements area, and I'm going to be sending you this announcement soon, and then you'll begin by working in the publisher text that you purchased. And I apologize, mine is a loose leaf book, but it does look like this. And it's a great book, but remember that you're going to start in the publisher chapters. There's all kinds of stuff at the beginning of the book, but you're going to start with the creating of a flyer. With that being said, they'll have the first page. They'll give you a basic breakdown of what you're going to be creating, and then they'll always show you a picture of it. So your flyer is going to look like this, and it's a tear out flyer, and you're going to be building that from a template. As you go through the textbook on publisher page 4 for chapter 1 module 1, you'll see that they'll give you some screenshots with number 1, number 2. These are the items that you're going to do, and I would strongly suggest always doing the chapter work so that you're understanding how to proceed with those assignments. I'm going to now come into course assignments because that's where everything is really going to live and breathe. And again, you will start probably by doing the class preview and introduction, and then you'll probably are going to go into the student data files, and that is what you're going to need to complete the assignments for Publisher and for InDesign. They're going to start things, and then you'll go from there. So let's come back to course assignments. And I really want to show you the first publisher folder, chapter 1. Okay. And again, my Blackboard probably looks a little different than yours. Again, we want you to take a look at the PowerPoint. That will give you some helpful suggestions. And then we are going to take a look at this chapter 1 tutorial, and I'm going to change that name to module here shortly. But that's just doing that chapter work. And again, that tear out, call out that we took a look at there. So you should be all set with that. To get a little feeling of what Publisher looks like and where you can get some help, again, I'm going to come into chapter 1. And at the bottom of this, I put some helpful video tutorials. We have a username and ID for you to use, and they're quick video tips and tools. You might have to log in. It used to be called Atomic Learning. It's now called Who Knew It. You just right click on one of these links. Well, folks, I am bringing you here to these how-to video tutorials, and I'm getting a login issue. So I've sent an email off to our tech people, and hopefully I'll have this here for you. They're great video tip tutorials, 1 to 2 minutes, down and dirty, and show you how to navigate some of the areas of Publisher. The book does a great job of walking you through that, but sometimes a little video like this can be helpful. When we have that working, I will let you know, or I'll update you as to when these how-to videos are working. If those don't work, another resource that I always go to is YouTube. It's amazing to me how many people have shared things out there on how to troubleshoot items, so that's a great resource as well. A little bit of the layout of the land when it does come to Publisher, And if you don't have Publisher, you can download that through the school with your 365 activation. This is the basic layout. It looks a lot like Microsoft Word, but it's jacked up a little bit, and you can do more things to it. You can have multiple pages really easy. You can design items off of previous pages, and this is where you're really going to start to get your feet wet. I like to zoom in quite a bit when I'm working in Publisher. I like to make sure that my ruler is on, okay, and in order to do that, you can come up here to view, and rulers will be right here. This is where we start to work with master pages. What I love about Publisher is they have really done a nice job of trying to compete with InDesign. So some of the lingo will be similar, and you'll get a really good taste for basic desktop publishing using Publisher. Make sure that you experiment, you go through these tabs because your ribbon will change. Make sure that you use your quick access toolbar. You can customize this. So instead of always having to go to File and New or File and Quick Print, these items are right here up at the top. So again, welcome to Publisher and desktop publishing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and look forward to working with you.